Hey, single dads, it's Matt from A Father's Walk Single Father Ministry again. Got a great topic again here today. We're going to talk about finances. Now, listen, as a single parent, I know there are two things that are usually really against us. The first one is time, and a lot of times, too, it's finances. Listen, I understand that kids themselves can be very expensive, whether it's sports, clothes, and other things as well. Maybe you got a teenager, there's a car, something like that. But whatever the case is, finances is always an issue, not just for single parents, but just for people in general here. But I want to talk to you real fast about what that means as a single father, what that means, what God's Word says about us applying our resources to honor Him first and foremost, but then also as single dads, how we are able to help make ends meet with that as well. Now, there's a saying that says, a truly rich man is one whose children run into his arms even when his hands are empty. Well, thank God that my daughter still runs into my arms, because you know what? A lot of times my hands are empty. But the fact of the matter is, there's nothing greater that we can give our children than ourselves. So listen, you don't have to be rich to be a great dad. In fact, being a great dad sometimes just means just being there, spending quality time with your kids. Now, obviously, we do have to support our children. A lot of us do have things called child support, stuff like that. So we do need to be able to do that and provide for our own house as well. So Jesus gives us some great words. It's a very familiar passage in Matthew 6:33. He says, "But seek first God's kingdom and His righteousness, and all other things will be added to you." We need to still be responsible with our resources. God gives us, as followers of Christ and as believers, He gives us the charge to do tithing. Okay, now a lot of you might have a separate or different perspectives on that. I'm not going to get into that today. But the fact of the matter is, the way that we do handle our financial resources is a good indication of our relationship with the Lord as well. So I really would encourage you to be good stewards of your financial resources, be good stewards of your time, and everything else that the Lord has given you, whether it's your home, your clothes, your car, things like that. Take care of the things that He has blessed you with. And then, as Jesus talks about the parable of the talents, God will entrust us with more. He gives us a little, and when we're faithful with that, then He will give us more as well. Now, real quickly here, when we do have financial resources too, make sure you are modeling the right thing to your kids as well. I'm starting to teach my daughter about tithing at a very young age. We started working on tithing with her when she was about 5 years old. She gets an allowance every week, but the first 10% of that allowance needs to go back to the church. So I teach her little things like that. I want her to understand that I can't just go around blowing money all the time as well. So whether you are living in abundance or whether you're really scraping to make ends meet, just remember too that it's not always just about the money ourselves, as far as having the ability to buy a lot of stuff, but more importantly, modeling God's Word, modeling the responsibility that He's given us to our kids as well. So hey, take the resources that the Lord has given you, model it back to your kids as well, and just be sure to be faithful with what you have, because then He will continue to bless you with more. God bless.